It did get canceled. Throws down the Evolution Chamber again. Is going to be able to wall this in again. And Solar's MO against these Glaives builds has basically been parry the attacks, even if it means effectively not mining from the third base, although he's very effectively mining from the third base in this game. And then he really turns up the heat with a counterattack. He will go super heavy into Ling Roaches. He will stay at exactly 60 or so drones, and he will just full send. Roaches, Lings, Ravagers, might even get an Overlord like he is right now with speed and bring those Queens on over. And with only 2, okay, there is another Oracle in production. I was gonna say, with only 2 Oracles, those Queens can be really deadly. With 3 Oracles off creep, you might be able to snipe down some of those Queens before they can get the transfuses off, and that can really anchor the defense there for Protoss. But it's still gonna be hard to hold. Now, that being said, Zoun is having a very specific response to this. He added a ton of gateways before the Templar Archives in Robo. He is not being too greedy in terms of structure. He's gonna have a lot of production. Blink should be done. But this is a lot of pressure coming his way, Tasteless.
Okay, he's got the Oracles over here to zap down the Lings. I love the defensive setup. He's not going to get penetrated at the natural, so it's going to be up to the third and whether or not he can hold that. The Queens have landed with the Oracles. He's remade plenty after losing that one earlier. He's got enough back here that he's basically melting these Lings.
You got to keep those Oracles alive. The Oracle Queen dynamic is really important here. Actually going to focus down one of the Queens, forces a transfuse, retreats back to the shield batteries to charge them back up. But now Solar, he is slowly working his way into the third base. We have photon cannons, we have batteries. There aren't enough Ravagers to bile them down quickly. But it's still a pretty good fight here for Solar, but I think the Oracles might just be too much. We have a 4th Oracle now entering the fray. Soon we should have energy recharge available. The Blink Stalkers are trading reasonably well here on the top side.
I wouldn't be surprised if a 5th Oracle is in the works. No, he's actually not making one here. But, I mean, if the Oracles could just keep enough energy, he should be able to zap everything down.
I mean, they're out of energy now. The only one that still's intact. Wait, what did this happen? There was no drop in the main base. This is why the mineral reinforcements are coming down.
Okay.
Solar went for the same play against Creator. I think Creator was actually able to parry the drop at the main base, but this one, I feel like, I mean, Zoun maybe just realized a little bit too late. The Oracle's now finally, with the energy recharge, able to connect with the Queens. Only 1 Queen left. I think it's barely going to trade out with it. Yeah, barely going to win against that Oracle. To the Ling drop in the main. Look at the probes down. I think they also felt the natural expansion. That just happened completely off screen. I'm sorry. I totally tunnel vision on the fight. I was not watching the mini-map.
Same thing. I was like, I thought, okay, if he just makes a couple more Oracles, then this should be enough, because the Queens, you know, the Queens, when they come into that attack, obviously transfuse is great, but it's also an anti-air, right? So it makes it a lot hard for the Oracle.